Right, good morning, everybody. A little bit early today. Markets are trading up again. Some follow through, some carryover. So you got up 30% basically. Bonds up. Dollar getting whacked. That looked to be what would be the case today. If we look at the benefits from that, it's going to be gold, oil, so forth. Those are up right now, and even the grains are up. So I think you're going to see a little bit of a nice bounce here in the commodities. I was looking at oil on a weekly. It's not quite to that low. If I look at it on a daily, it really hasn't done the test here, but it probably bounces anyway. The bounce, when I look at this, right, this just broke a lot of swing point lows. So whatever the bounce is here, it's not going to be that great. So I'm not that excited about oil. But if I look over at gold, gold itself is probably going to get a decent bounce. And as we know, gold is trying to test on a weekly basis this swing point low. And it's going to try to hold it. Now, it's going to have to get a decent bounce to hold. That's 103.43, and we're at 102.43. So you got to get a buck, got to get a percent. So you got to get a percent bounce. It's Thursday, so you got 2 days still. So we'll see, because the volume's not going to be there. We'll see if it can get that kind of a bounce. If I look at the gold stock says it's going to do it, because you got the move yesterday off these lows, don't have the volume, right? So you're coming into these areas, right? These kinds of areas here. Right? Just look at the volumes down here. Now look at what's coming back. Gold's gonna shoot up from here, or at least these gold stocks are, and they're gonna try to press higher. Now, if we take and look at it on a daily, you could see yesterday you got the undercut on the move right here, and so a little bit less volume. So I would expect, just like we saw back here, right? We're gonna see some sort of a shoot back up off of this. So if you want to play the miners, you got to think about it from a swing term basis here, and you got to have the wherewithal to stand with it if it goes against you and you stop out down here for a buck loss or so. But I think there's a pretty good play here, and as you know, my position in this is with the dividend paying stocks, but also with FNV. They came out with earnings, they held on earnings. I really like the way this company trades. It's the one space that I feel comfortable that I can take positions and hold them and actually get something out of it. And if you look at it on a weekly basis, it's already done its big move down, and it's proved that it can hold it. It's back above this range, right? So you kind of got this range up here, you got the range down here. So it's held on the test back to that range. Got a nice spike up late yesterday. I expect it's going to trade back up into this area and try to test these highs eventually. So, I like this particular stock when I look at the gold space and bring it back even farther, right? This thing's up almost at the highs when everything else. If I look at anything, let me go to just randomly, I'll go see what AEM looks like. Very different story. So, pick the strong stuff if you're going to play with the weak sectors for those bounces is my take. Let's look at the indexes right quick, see what these look like. So let me pull these up. Get these guys on our screen so we can see what they look like. Here we go. So ESs, let's see what we got from yesterday. So we got over the resistance. And there's not much up here to stop it now. So let's try to measure. That one is 2085. We're trading at 87. 97. Looks to me like the 2100 number is probably on the table. And I'm trying to get upside first. So let's see what this one looks like. And here it looks like 4708. So we're trading at 4669, so another 30-40 points potentially there. So let's pull it in now, And the two big spikes here, let's clean this guy up. So that is a very strong area right there. So I would think that anything back into this area is probably the buy. And going over the ES's, let's clean it up. Put it on a 30. And you got the same situation over here. Now this is off the Fed bar, right? So the Fed came out, did what they were going to do here. You got the spike up and the spike up at the end of the day. And again, I think anything back into these areas, right? What I'm looking at here, when I'm doing this is, just for you that, from an educational standpoint, this area here, it overlaps that one overlaps this one. That's what gives you strong support, right, in those areas. So, that's what I'm looking at when I'm picking this out. Okay, let me see it. Today I'm around all day. I'll be busy like always. I don't really have a lot of time to day trade right now. I just got too much going on. And then tomorrow, I'll be around in the morning, but then I'm probably gone all afternoon. I'll be around for a couple hours, and then I'm probably gone the rest of the day. So that's the way the days stack up. I expect that, given the strength in Europe, strength in Asia, you're going to see buyers come in if we fade back into this 2075 number. And, 2074 on this one, and 4638 on that one. That would be a pretty good pullback if it happens. I don't know that we'll go down that far. But you got a weak dollar, should help the markets stay buoyant for another day at least. That's it. See you later.